we got Astro Autumn. It's a chosen ones. People are so impressed by how you handle this disgusting situation. So y'all, I was talking about it, but I come to grips like, oh, situation that mean a lot of other situations.
You proved that purity.
Let's go back.
You didn't need to explain while others were playing dirty. You were playing divine. You knew that the loudest revenge would always come from the peace that follows integrity. You let your actions quiet precision. You made choices that didn't just protect your image, you protected your soul. You didn't need to expose anyone because time would do that naturally.
So here we go.
You didn't need to prove your innocence because your character already spoke for you. That's what separated you from the chaos. You didn't join the war.
See,
You made
this is exactly what I was talking about in the last live, not giving them the angle they need because I said everything is being directed allegedly. Everything in this video is alleged, y'all. This is just based off my documentation and everything I've notated and noticed as I go through these tactics, y'all, as I jump these hurdles, as I come out with soaring colors that makes these people know. So I'm gonna give it to
it works. Most people think that in
a lot of these people that notice these things that's happening in alignment of things of situations that they can get it, shut down possibly. They get scared in the way that allegedly this is what I've noticed, right? Because you got a couple people that see it and they could do something about it and they choose to do, take the left wing and say because they feel like they could okay at any given moment this could be me too. So they feel like the only way out is to join alignment with them. No, 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 because they don't understand that it's been so uh it's been a shift as far as allowing certain things now, y'all. And I put it on a lot of leaders' hands because it's been I can't even explain it because then it's gonna make me seem favoritism towards certain people, knowing that's not what it is. We talking about way back uh the 2000s era, y'all. There's been a lot of research about this stuff.
but you proved that purity can outlast poison. You walked through fire without smelling like smoke. And that's what made people respect you. It wasn't the words you said. It was the consistency between what faked. It's built through trial.
Bookstore. I'm not going to even tell you the name of the bookstore. It's my favorite bookstore, by the way. So I'm definitely not going to put them involved. Right? There's this book, right, that I had to pick up for a person, right, that lives in the same community, someone close that I knew, right, that I know. But pretty much the book is about targeted individuals, y'all. I was reading it in the store as I had to check out in the line because it was a little long. As I was sitting there, I started to read this shit, and it's actually on Netflix. So, because it got the little sticker right there, y'all. Shout out to Netflix and Tubi, Hulu, y'all, because there's a lot of movies on there that tell you play by play what's going on, y'all. So, look, the book is about a young lady. Yeah, this shit crazy. I'ma just come back. I'm gonna go ahead and read that book. Oh, this goddamn. I promise you, I'm gonna read the whole book here, or whatever I can read. So let's go back to Cora. I'm gonna let this play.
Proof that winning dirty doesn't last long. Their
Cause
victories
this what
turned
I was
hollow while
reading.
your peace grew louder. You became living evidence that righteousness doesn't mean weakness, it means endurance. You didn't rush to clear your
Put it
name
on
because
play.
you knew truth has a longer lifespan than lies.
Yeah,
You trusted that
that's
what was built on deception
that is very vital. What he
would
said. Let's go
collapse on
back.
its own. That's why the outcome hit
That is
harder than
very
any revenge could.
vital.
Their victories turned hollow while your peace grew louder. You became living evidence that righteousness doesn't mean weakness, it means endurance. You didn't rush to clear your name because you knew truth has a longer lifespan than lies. You
Understand?
trusted that what was built on deception would collapse on its own.
Because truth has a boomerang effect. Truth has a way of echoing in the atmosphere because the universe allegedly echoes based off what you throw out, just like a shadow moments. Why do people think that they could be that type of energy baffles me.
That's why the outcome hit harder than any revenge could. You didn't just survive the battle,
This is the
you
shadow
turned it into
moment.
a statement that a clear
This is the shadow moment of the deeds that this organization has done. And it's being boomerang in a way that it's like, holy shit.
conscience will always
And
stand
that's why I
taller than
say,
a
hold up.
corrupted crowd.
And that's why I said in my last live, if I was them, I wouldn't want to be in the vicinity of anybody that's on this fucking list doing some corrupt ass shit, because it's gonna be a loud moment, because those investigators that's investigating that name is now, oh, my stomach growled on that lineman. They're now watching you now and your dirty deeds, and you don't even know it.
And now everyone knows
Probably the
it.
auditor
If this message hits your spirit, hype this video so more chosen ones like you
come
can
in there
find it.
disguised as the auditor from your own, because there being too many, allegedly, because you can't give the whole branches the fault, right? But allegedly there's people that of authority that just sit in the group that don't know about it, because it's like this in every organization, right? Because it's only the people that's tied to this organization that know about certain tactics. Other people just gonna get a blueprint. That's just how it is. So it's those people that just get the blueprints are noticing this stuff, and it's like, holy fuck. Because in alignment, they have to admit to this stuff. It's forcefully, like, I didn't mean to do this, but I had to. They came asking, you know.
Did you know you could be entitled to a 5 or 6 figure payout if you suffered a serious injury at work, like a broken bone, torn tendon, or
No
needed
weapon
surgery?
form
You
shall prosper.
became the mirror that made evil see itself. Without
Did
saying
I
a
tell
word, you
y'all
revealed
that?
everything that
Hold
needed
up.
to be exposed.
Did I tell y'all, anytime you have a moment or a situation where somebody say something negative, or you have a negative effect, something happens when you say and feel it, it's like a two whammy jammy. You energetically claimed it and then you said it. This is a form of witchcraft. Sorry, y'all, by the way. Parental advisory. But yeah, this is the normal way that people do it every day. But this is how you do it. You say no weapon shall prosper immediately, no matter what it is, and you feel it. It's like, oh hell no, because you reverse the energy. Because 9 out of 10, most energies are being thrown your way to begin with, so you automatically cancel that shit when you speak that shit in the realm, and you throw it like an echo in the atmosphere. No weapon form shall prosper. So that shit that was just thrown energetically, that shit bounce back.
When you stayed grounded in truth, you didn't
That's
have
some
to
sauce for
defend or
y'all. I
explain
use that my
yourself.
whole life.
The energy around
Some
you
free
did the
shit.
revealing.
Brotherhood boys
People
ain't
with
even know
bad
that.
intentions can't stand someone whose spirit is pure,
Cause it's really
because
no
your
way you could
calm
fabricate
becomes
that.
exposure. Your
That's the only
composure
reason I
through
speak
others'
of it.
balance. Nobody could manipulate your emotions or your reaction.
Confirmation.
That's when
Thanks,
illusions
Father.
started to crumble. The game only works when the target plays along and you refuse to participate. Every
When you
interaction with you
refuse to
reflected
participate,
motives
meaning
back at
you decide to give them a different angle, with meaning a different reaction to you. It's like when things are thrown your way. And I read this when I was reading something earlier. Some people are like they pleasure in seeing destruction for you, and this program operate in that sense, because they're documenting your reaction at all times, and they want you to give them a negative one. And this is why I say you bypass when you give them a different reaction, meaning you might feel it in. You got to do a two whammy with it though. Also feel it, because you being appreciative and humble. You gotta love your experience even if it's a struggle. Like flying colors come through that bitch, like, oh shit, aren't you struggling? But you don't look like it, type shit. Why you so happy? Why you smiling? Like when you go through stuff like that, even if they pulling you over, you gotta smile, and you react different. Don't do some shit I would have did. Like you gotta give a different reaction than expected, like an autistic bitch. Like, we don't have emotion most of the time, so I feel like, see, it's a lot of stuff we can learn from autistic people. Like when you give these people, and this is probably why people don't like autistic people, because you don't, it's like you energy harvesting. You never know how this person may feel, because their reaction is different from the perception of what you feel like it should be. So and that also deflects the purpose of the tactic, no matter what it is. So now they losing money. They didn't gather no energy. They lose, and they don't shit. So then they slow up whatever they just did and move on to some other shit. But then you crossing them hoes out each time you go, because you gonna buy this by your way of living. I'm giving y'all sauce, y'all. Oh,
people.
this the only reason
When
I'm still
lies
here.
came
They
your
know it
way,
too.
the truth bounced
Oh, I
off
say
you
this
and
gonna
came
get me in
back
trouble.
louder.
They move hard.
When
I don't
provocation
know
was
why my
attempted.
folks don't move like an army in my life. Maybe y'all, whoever listen to this shit, you could be my family. Cause I'm out here giving sauce. I'm out here surviving tactics, y'all, showing y'all too. Got the whole world in my hands mad at me as fuck when they don't realize I'm helping them too. Cause I'm helping forefathers of mine that don't even know it, and they're in the realm promoting my everyday living, y'all, because I get blessed every time they take shit. Every time they move fast and be loud with their tactics and try to tear me down, take everything and shit. I still move with a smile and they don't like that shit. I see that shit every day I'm out. Even if I'm musky as fuck from sweating, having the longest trail, had to walk 2 miles to give my customer their order because I couldn't make it through the fucking shit. You know, and they ain't say that shit on the order. Can't get the business a bad name. It was the customer ain't tell they ass and put that in the itinerary. Oh, by the way, when you come here, you're not going to be able to pull in the drive. You're going to have to walk a mile down to my driveway. Oh yeah, with the groceries. I still go through that bitch with a smile. Hey, you guys have a great day. Glad I could service you type shit. And they looking like, what the fuck? This bitch ain't mad. I just did all this shit for nothing. Had the dogs out. I can't make this up. Had the dogs out thinking the dogs was going to attack too. It was like three big ass dogs on one of my orders today. And I always get this though. But today was crazy. They had me in a one way where there's no way out the other way. Had to do too much to stir the dogs off. Made the dogs come like, what the fuck you doing? But all they did was wag their motherfucking tail. They could feel the good energy because allegedly dogs are man's best friend and they could tell based off, just like cats. I feel like, in my opinion, most animals are spiritual uh, vessels anyway. So, you know, the dogs feel that energy off person. They feed off energy anyways. They feed your, they know your, when you scared. Allegedly, they know when you a good person. They know when you're a bad person. They normally attack bad energetic people because they feel it in their aura. Like they sense that shit angelically. But pretty much all them dogs did was greet me. The motherfuckers, people, you could hear them mad as fuck. Get your ass over here, Buck. Sorry ass, he mad at the dog. Nah, but the dog ain't feel no type of, you know, the dog didn't feel threatened by me. They actually wagged their tail when in submission to me.
The
And they
silence
ain't like
people
that
met
shit.
forced them to
Y'all
hear their
know,
own
y'all know
noise.
they don't like
Your
me to tell
presence
y'all that.
became a kind of
Cause I should
spiritual
have got towed
X-ray.
up today
It
and I
showed
didn't.
people their own insides. That's why discomfort grew around you.
Then the
It
customer
wasn't
gonna
that you
text
judged
me
it.
after that talking about wrong house. Bitch, that's your house. You want me to come back with all them dogs right there, girl? It's dangerous. I wrote it in the chat, so you ain't finna get me deactivated. Bitch, that the GPS, I said in a professional way too. The GPS not only said that was your house, I made sure I went over the address and it matched the mine. Maybe you gave the wrong, you know what I'm saying? If you could go and retrieve those items and then she started texting, these are the wrong chips. These are the, like, as in you want a refund now, bitch, go. Listen, I stop chatting now because I'm professional and I know they don't want me to say nothing. They gonna handle it, that shit down. Go get another order. Matter of fact, they sent me like 2 orders while she was writing me. They like, fuck it, we got it covered. Send somebody else. You did what you had to do. You did your job.
One. You just existed in a
Thank you.
frequency that
Alignment.
exposed what was
But I
fake. At
exposed
the
her
moment truth
tactics.
stands
First of all,
still,
she was giving me a hard
deception
time from
panics.
jump.
You didn't humiliate anyone.
Nah,
People humiliated themselves
themselves.
by how their behavior looked
Come
in
on,
front of
baby.
truth.
It's
You
alignment.
didn't expose wrongs with your words. Conscience became the loudest whistleblower.
I tell
That's
y'all what,
divine irony.
to these gig workers, y'all, because it ain't the companies, these people. All you gotta do is be communicative with them. Document that shit because they document too. Show them what they show them the deeds too. Hey, this happened over here. Communicate. Don't just let that shit slide. They expecting you to do that.
You became a living judgment without
They
lifting a
expecting you
finger.
not to call them
People
folks.
walked away
Nah, call them
feeling
folks. Tell them, hey,
uneasy,
you saw what
not
just
because
happened.
you attacked anyone,
In other
but
words, you
because
saw
for the
what just
first
happened.
time
Oh
some
yeah, we saw that too.
individuals were forced
Got
to
you. Go
see
ahead.
what things
Go on
really
your
looked
next one.
like without charm or excuses. People saw it too. Everyone
Cause look,
noticed
the
that you
more they
never
manipulate
raised your
these
voice.
businesses, these companies gonna get to that Africa way of living and that China allegedly say we can't do business with you boys anymore. Sorry, we really respect you guys, but we're gonna give you a calling out gift. This is gonna be our last mission. A lot of these companies gonna start doing that the more they try to manipulate. So you guys, we in the knowing. See, look, I'm helping these apps too. Look, we in the knowing now. You got to start demanding because they know the truth is out. So now you have the upper hand to allow things, especially when it's residually making a profit for you, right? Okay. That's
Yet
for
the
my
truth
target
kept
individuals, y'all,
unfolding
so y'all can
around
make a
you.
living if y'all trying to do all of
Observers
these
started
gig work
realizing that
jobs
you didn't
online.
need to fight
Because
anyone.
that's what these apps
You
are,
just
gig
had
work.
to stand still in your authenticity. Evil doesn't know what to do when it can't hide behind projection. You stripped away comfort by being consistent real, and that's what made everyone impressed. You didn't try to destroy anyone. You simply allowed self-destruction to happen in the presence of what's genuine. That's what true power looks like. It's not about control, revenge, or exposure. It's about being so aligned with truth that falsehood starts unraveling on its
Yeah.
own. You didn't fight darkness. You reflected it until it couldn't stand its own reflection. You let consequences speak louder than
Oh, yeah.
retaliation. You understood that time has a sharper edge than any words could ever have.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of wasting your energy trying to prove your innocence or expose lies, you stepped back and let the
You let the
universe
play
handle
out.
what your
Yeah.
mouth
Yeah.
didn't need
Yeah.
to.
Dog. That was confirmation, baby. I tell you what, y'all.
You didn't react out.
A lot of people finna be justified. This is in my name too, y'all. So stand on whatever you got going on. Stand on whatever you gotta do. Do whatever you gotta do. I tell you what, cause that shit gon' pay off in the long run. And mark my words, you come back to this video and say you said this was gonna happen. People are gonna start seeing situations change automatically. Not only energetically, but automatically because these things, certain things that have been done, put you in exposed that your livelihood was affected. And I'll just say less on that.
Ego or
But
pain.
my
You knew
words,
that divine order doesn't rush. It reveals. Every move you made came from calm awareness,
confirmation,
not wounded pride. That's why your story is now
confirmation.
unfolding like justice. Everything people
Mm,
thought was hidden is now catching to them in plain
mm.
sight. You didn't chase
Oh,
justice because
I
you
had this
already
was,
carried it within you.
I
Your
want
clean heart, your patience, and your consistency became evidence of who you really were. While others were running from
this aligned with this.
accountability, stood still and let actions betray themselves. And that's exactly what's happening. Words are turning against those who spoke them. Thoughts are turning on themselves. People
Ay, ay,
connecting the
ay.
dots. What was hidden in whispers is now echoing loudly. To say a word, reality is saying it for you. That's what makes people so impressed. Your silent submission, it was
So I'll read this because I got it in my notification, right? Let's just go ahead. No, right. So it say my mom passed away. SSA is claiming that I am supposed to pay the amount she owes. How can I dispute it? And Pat Rossi said, when a person who receives social dies for the last date of the month, SSA will demand the entire amount that the person received from SSA for that month. When a person who receives Social Security benefits dies on the last day of the month, SSA does not demand that any benefits from that month paid. The amount that SSA reclaims is not prorated based on what percentage of the month the recipient survived. If the recipient died before the last day of the month, then SSA claims the entire amount. You can argue your case with SSA if you like, you won't prevail. Arguing with SSA is like trying to argue your case with the mafia. You ain't going to win with no way, no how. My father died for the last day of the month. As most SSA recipients who died for, we had to repay the entire month that he received for that month. My mother died on January 31st, last day of the month. SSA claimed no portion of her benefits for the month. So right away, this was strategic. This was encrypted message to me just now from the assholes that are giving y'all sauce. Everything on this video is alleged for the algorithm, you guys. But this was a direct message to me because I just got a letter, you guys, from from these people, right? Because my baby, my oldest daughter, who gets it mainly, she had a first of all, I gotta say it like this because they gave me a message. This was to me, my daughter, because they've been putting her allegedly in situations and they just telling me what they can do to my daughter and make me pay them. Just disgusting behavior. They always give me letters like this, And this is a live document of how they use tactics on people on this fucking list, disgustingly, right? But check this out. It gave me an insight on my father when he passed away. My sister, or whoever he was living with, I think it was my stepsister, if I'm not mistaken. I heard from a family member that they had to make them pay it back for my dad's, right? And I had remember getting the same message, like some shit warning me of, like telling me that I had money. See, look, this was a different message that I got when my dad passed. It's like they told me, you see how I just got that message? Y'all was on my live when I literally got the so here, this the notification, right? They was giving me a message because I check fuck what I said. Go back 10 seconds or whatever I said before I got that thing on my phone and said, oh, I'm gonna read that. Go back to what I said before that made them send that to me. Whatever I said before that, I guarantee you 90% based off my awareness and notice and shit, right? It's alleged. What I notice every time I that when I'm on live especially, I get the most threatening, allegedly, y'all, encrypted messages. Because now I'm telling you, my phones, 9 out of 10, if you on this list for real, your phones are being hacked. You got staked out. These guys, and I'm not telling you it's just police officers, because not all these police officers are part of this program. If they might even not even send the corrupt police officer, you might get a retired one that's staked out somewhere, and not and allegedly he hacked into your device because he got to see who you communicating with, because they stage in situations before you get to places, allegedly. So that's the reason they hack into your phone. But you also get messages from them too. They even allegedly, from what I researched, they text you from unmarked numbers. They call you from unmarked numbers. They send emails from unmarked emails, like the one I just got. Stage like a court was posted. That's why I say you can't get sales to businesses. This message was posted a long time ago, y'all, 2024. You know, and they just sent that to me. They shared it to me encrypted. So, uh, and yeah, they because they have my daughter staying allegedly. Allegedly, my therapist, that's also my daughter's therapist, encouraged my daughter to move out on her own, right? And not only do she stay out on her own, she stay in with her friend that lives in the same program I'm in that's trying to put me out. How ironic, right, y'all? I'm doing too much, right? But what I told you, these people at this office been stopping that girl stuff for a long time. Y'all just kept stopping it for no reason. My baby ain't faking her situation. My baby had her chromosomes tested before she was. Yeah, I was alleged. That was really said. Chose to keep my baby, and ever since then, that girl been going through a lot of legal stuff, y'all. Just crazy shit that I know that's systematic, y'all. And poor girl, just her being on the spectrum, it makes me tear up because it reminds me of my life, how they played out and my shit. But seeing that girl go through shit like strategically have people staged in her life to deter her and to tour and lead her on in to situations that prolong her whatever her she want to do. My baby had scholarships to draw. Everybody that assigned in her life that trying to play like a superhero in her life, thinking that her mom and her family life causes her to have her situations when it's not that. She even said to us, she'll tell anybody and curse you out and still dog me out. It's that the my daughter is being in situations with other people that put her in situations that make it look like and ain't even with her father, or she having mommy issues and she ain't having, and she's telling her mom what to do. She's dumb out. That's the truth. And had these systematic people that staged in her life pretend to be the people that's here to save her and help her out and put her in fucked up situations. And I'm seeing that shit. She's seeing it too. And I'm like, damn, this some sad shit from authority figure type people, y'all. I want to say this and get this shit out. Make them rethink shit before they try to come play in my life, because they trying to, y'all. But I have spiritual girls, and we all see stuff. And it's like, damn, that's sad that they do this in people's life. Because some people don't have children like mine that's aware and smart like mine. That even when they going through stuff, they able to align and say, you know, this, I see what's going on. No matter what you doing, what you say. But the house they have my baby at with her friend, y'all, it's the same place that I had a friend that wanted me to take them over there to pick up stuff, and he told me that was him and his wife both said it separately too, that was a bad neighborhood. So when I found out these people moved my baby over there with this family, with this boy, that shit pisses me off. Because now I'm understanding all the angles at situations they did for this girl. She'll call me and say, Mom, can you pick me up? And I'm like, baby, why the fuck you out here anyways? But she's so like a sponge, and they know this from studying us, that they could fishtail things allegedly in this girl path and make her make decisions that she thinks she need to make. And me being a mother, I tried to direct things, and they tried to arrest me saying she of age, and like even down to when my baby got pregnant, y'all, like try to bribe things and then say, oh, this is your fault, but then warn me that I'm legally gonna get faulted if I step in, type shit. That's disgusting, y'all. All because of money, because this Quora that I just wrote, that I just read to y'all, is literally telling me, dog, oh yeah, we gonna make you pay because we finna set up something in your daughter's life. So I'm saying it out loud so I could buy my baby time, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all my plans, and I normally don't tell the brotherhood what I'm doing. I usually just do it behind the scenes because they fuck with shit. But I just tell y'all, I really help my daughter while she out there trying to live for everybody else. I just pray for her. I pray that I could gain residuals to get my own land somewhere so I could get my daughter, y'all, because the brotherhood gon' do something to my baby, and they recording this stuff, y'all. Literally, I'm not gonna give the director and the person that made this movie, I'm not gonna say nobody's name, but I just literally saw my life play out on a movie, y'all. This the whole motive. Look, I went around the bush just to say this shit with all this, y'all. That movie, and it made me like tear up. It kind of made me get up though, made me want to hustle some more and you know, move past the pain in my joints and shit and just hustle, because I'm like, God damn, you fuckers is mocking me now. That's disgusting. So I do this for everybody now, because it's like, it's way beyond me now. Since I give that blueprint, y'all, for everybody, I'm gonna do it for my young ones, y'all, because I see that it's affecting them already.
Strategy. You trusted that this energy poured into trying to destroy you would return amplified, and it did. Masks have fallen, alliances are breaking, the truth is becoming too visible to deny. Every fake smile that mocked you is
The
now
angels is in
trembling under
alignment with me
exposure.
right now.
Every instant
Because this go
unaddressed
back
is now being replayed in the
to a lot of situations, y'all, and a lot of people were affected by this program and covertly made out to be something other than what it really was. And the thing about spirits, y'all, while I'm out here, the blaze of a storm, y'all hear this? My door about over. It almost took my door off, right? That's what I said. Lying me with angels, they just start raining out, storming out of nowhere, right? So we do this for the angels, right? That were affected by this. This for more people to speak up, because this is just about you. It's about your ancestors before you. For you, YouTube. So let's get this live promoted, baby. Let's get this in, like, you got the whole world in your hands. So y'all, this justifies situations even for you that you couldn't. Like I said, it affects your likelihood. These tactics that they use make it impossible for you to live and feed your family, allegedly. You're unable to gain resources because your name is smear campaign, allegedly. You can't explain this to family members because tactics are used in a way to isolate you from having resources, from having this help from one another. You're going to have people mad at you even if you ask them for help, because these tactics are mentally draining them too, because it's energy harvesting, y'all. Allegedly, the purpose of these tactics is to gather information, first of all. So now, because the energy is involved, we have to have these emotions documented. This is alleged, right? They are documenting how you react. That's the emotion. And if a person that is assigned to get you emotionally entwined successfully get you in an irate predicament to where you just fucking acting out of character, they're getting bonus. This is why people turn their backs on you. This is isolation, an isolation tactic. This is why people are in a form are getting blessed in a way, is what we call material things. So we're gonna call it blessed. Most people that are able to suppress things for you are being, I'll just say, gift things, vacations, stays, new cars, revamps on their houses, allegedly, y'all. In worst case scenarios, get their names off for certain cases they got so they could clear their names to work certain jobs. Most of them allegedly are even getting jobs, invites, getting high ranked positions, high salary paying with no experience because of the alliances they have with certain corporations. And I'm not going to even speak on corporations, y'all, because like I said, they give the businesses a bad name. But those people that are being documented, because most people that talk about this shit don't realize that now you are having investigators that investigate this stuff are now assigned to you. Just like I said earlier in my live, if I was them, I wouldn't want to be entwined with nobody that's on this fucking list, because you got these high tier investigators a lot, one eye on you. And things you wanted to have cover on, they're watching these things now. They're documenting those different vacation stays and shares you have crossed overseas. They see these things now because now you have given them your blueprint. But just being in that person's vicinity, that aligns with people that's going through this shit. You don't realize that now. See, imagine one day you get a letter in the mail that says, hey, your name have been brought to us because you have been studied by this secret society. We're awarding you because now your livelihood is being calculated. This, I'm talking about having settlements in your names, y'all. Most of us may not be able to see this stuff, but our kids and our grandkids and their children and grandchildren might see it. That's cool, right? That's why I do this stuff, y'all, because it's beyond me. Because if I don't do nothing about it, it's gonna continue in my descendants' generation, y'all. And we're not gonna allow that, right? This for the people that know about this shit and you decide to just stay quiet because you feel like the only way out is to join them. Nah. We've evolved now. It's okay for you to turn that route, babe. I promise you. Look, we just gonna listen to Astro Autumn in the rain.
The same stage used to.
Oh, see, look. My phone was just on 25%. Look at this bitch. Oh, look, check this out. My phone was just on 25%, y'all. I'm going to take note to that. I'm going to put this up and go inside now. I just gave y'all some sauce, so go ahead and screen record what I just said. Let me leave my battery in the car. We don't want to walk outside in the rain with that in the book bag. No, sir. So I got Mozart playing. I got it in the line before I get in there. They gonna copyright this video. Let me get all my shit together. While I'm sitting here, they're like two guys. See, my awareness is on plus, right? this be perfect opportunities. By the way, you guys, the weather. Oh my God, I didn't just realize. I just got a hint earlier with the order before I go in, y'all. My guy warned me, right? I had a situation where I was being held up, but my guy warned me on the weather being the best time to do orders, right? I didn't take it yet. I just see it now. Perfect time to do orders. Give it a play. I'm giving that play. It's in the rain. Nobody wants to do it in the rain. Nobody don't expect to do it in the rain. This is my moment. These guys back here, you see how spiritually entwined I am. This for the brotherhood. This for them to know this stuff. This is why I'm able to see what they be doing. So this should bless me too. I just got discernment just now, y'all. Seeing those back there and remembering what that guy said earlier about being the perfect time, the weather, the rain, perfect time. So this is, if I get out right now, those two guys that's sitting right there, you can't really see shit out there. It's finna run up on me. You see, I'm a real witch, y'all. Sorry, I'm a good one though. I don't do spells. I just get discernment. I guess that's what we're gonna call that shit. But I just saw what they was finna do to me just now, like literally, like some That's So Raven type shit. And I promise you, if see, I love my life. If I got a long life to live, if I had a point to prove, I get out with the phone while I'm on live and prove a point and be on trial for putting those two boys down allegedly. You see how I took that shit? But I'm gonna stay in the car. I'm gonna stay in the car and give them a different reaction. Y'all see? That's a two whammy jammy for them. That would have been a 2-win for them whether I live to survive. It was documented for the movie, y'all. Look how I get down like that shit right there. That's gonna get me in trouble. It might just get me a blessing. Who knows? We're in the knowing. These brotherhood boys may start noticing, oh, that we don't want to fuck with that little bitch ass bitch. Too much shit fucking up every time we try to fuck with her ass. And nothing get accomplished. Maybe they'll start rethinking their decision and say, let's bless her for our aura. Look, I'm helping all y'all out right with that one. Because they know it. The ones that's documented, I don't give a fuck who believe me or not at this point. But the ones that's on that, they know. Let's bless these people. Cause it's over for you, babe. I'ma sit right here now. Let me pull out my black. Sorry, y'all. They finna make me chomp. I gotta sit here till it stop raining. Even if my phone go dead. Cause I got the portable charger in here. Might as well connect it now. My ancestors say connect that motherfucker right now. Cause Miss Girl finna power off any given moment. And let me lock my door. They gonna keep messing with mine, but I lock my door, so they'll just be on camera trying to mess with my car at this point, whether they're live in or not. Yeah. I lock the door. So at this point, you come inside this car, she gonna chirp loud, and I'll be able to do whatever I have to do. Oh God, I didn't see you. See, look, I'm prepared with them. They don't like that I ain't getting out the car right now. I guarantee you that, cause now they got them boys out there in the rain waiting for that girl to get out her car, and she didn't get out yet. I promise y'all. Hey, y'all bless me too in the chat, y'all, cause the shit funny as fuck how they isolate you. But my real ones, I promise you, I'm gonna bless everybody. Before my day, I'm going out as the most valuable player before I go. When God called me home, whether I'm here to see it or not, y'all gonna see my name. Cause the stuff I've sent in, the proof I silently sent to elitist people that's secretly documenting this program, y'all. A lot of folks that know me personally gonna be like, hell, fuck no, that crazy ass bitch was telling the truth when they see my face plattered everywhere. Because of my story, y'all. How they set up around being shit and disgustingly thought they got away with it. And didn't know they had folks from all over the globe watching their ass like, oh shit, did you just see that shit? Did she just get me? You know, they seeing the whole lens now. They seeing them set up on the side doing me, and they see me, my reaction to them, you know, kindly. And they like, oh God, this doesn't look right. I didn't realize this shit either, y'all, until now. It's like, you know, I could relax now. I could relax through the scheme now. I could let them just. Sometimes I get irritated and cuss their ass out. Oh yes, but I ultimately sit back and enjoy it. It's like, okay, because only thing happening really, you being exposed now. You about to get audit your whole program now. They got to send new ones. All right, y'all. So my phone may go dead, but I'm good. I'm gonna sit here till it stop right. And I got the phone charging, so and I got my camera going. So if y'all go off, I'm still recording, and that's gonna be on Candy camera. They might as well just leave. Eventually they gonna do that because they do this a lot, y'all. But see, like my awareness, that's the only reason I'm speaking of it, so you can have your social awareness to top tier, y'all, like that, so you can scope shit like I do. But I spoke about my situation with my baby on this live right now, y'all, because like I said, I know certain people who watch that's of importance. So if anything happened, you know, I documented it beforehand, like some uh, real live director shit. So because I see that the angle of what they trying to do, I promise you, y'all, it's been happening to so many other people too. I see the angles when they give shit to my baby and my life and my family's kids' life and stuff, like, and be similar to my baby's life. Oh yeah, they playing that play on them. And my folks, my family don't even realize. They think far fetched. If I talk about it, they don't realize they set up on them too. Just like soft though, because really all of the descendants don't carry that certain genetic marker. But because it contributes to that genetic marker, they also research them too. Like little soft porn, you know, soft, you know, underbelly type shit. Like a target thrown in. You just thrown in for research purposes only, but this is the target right here. This is the valuable genetic marker that we are researching genetically. This is the targeted individual protocol, policy, pamphlet, blueprint. I'm giving y'all all of it, y'all. This where it's starting from. This the reason for it, and this is the goal, the harvesting goal of documenting this person or harvesting their energy energetically, documenting their reactions and uh, isolating them in a way that the encounters are accurate and documented accurately. It's disgusting, y'all. If y'all really dig deep and understand what I'm saying, you will say, God damn, you know what, she got a point. And you'll realize, damn, it's so many other people involved too now. You're gonna start seeing it from different angles now, because like I said, the angles are more profitable for them, and that's why they give it angles. And that's why you see different organizations now involved because of these angles that they need. Because they document in ratios, y'all. When you energy harvesting, you have to do that anyways. Allegedly, right? See, look, I'm giving y'all too much and coded though. Some people might, this ain't for everybody. Most people gonna say she high, whatever not, and I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't even smoke Jane. I haven't smoked Jane in like almost 2 years now. That I smoke sativa every now and then. That's it though. No energy drinks lately. Oh wait, hold on. I did have an energy drink yesterday, so I lied. Little caffeine every day. That's it. But these tactics that they put in my life, I started noticing the last couple of years. I try to follow when I'm interacting with my folks and shit, because I noticed they try to make me look just mentally unfucking stable, and I'm like, fuck, you know. And I take myself back to Granny, even ex Tentacion post when he went on a rant, and I think he was in his bedroom type shit. I spoke of this too, but I always think about it when I'm in situations because I'm so characteristic. I got to just be so animated too much. Like, I get that from my granny though. Like, niggas like try to put you in situations and naturally you just gonna give that reaction. They do it on purpose. It's like pushing the button. Like, hoping that reaction comes. That's what they do to me. Yeah, allegedly. I was like, we gonna get it out of her. We know how far she can go. Let's see if we can get her to do it today. You know, type shit, y'all. Look, I'm doing too much and I know. But y'all could bless me though. I promise you. Look, this I'm giving y'all valuable sauce. This, call it whatever y'all want to call it. But I guarantee you, these folks start reacting to us different because guess what? They have to now. And like I said earlier in the live, they don't want to be around you if you too loud, because they know these investigators investigating you, because they investigating the list like a Epstein list, y'all. They investigating the listies, the people that's on that bitch. So it's like, oh God, they got a perimeter around you now. They got to form middlemans now to get at your ass now, because they can't have it come back to you like an overseas account. They got to have no connection to that bitch or no connection to you. So they strategically set us up. Y'all see, I'm gonna go too far. But I promise you, when you speak on things, they like to fall back. That's why I do certain things to begin with too. I just gave y'all my little secret, like Victoria's Secret. Like, because like I said, they know you, and depending on your situation, they know that you being investigated. They know this shit. They ain't finna be seen next to a situation that you in. Yeah. Because they know that you being investigated too. In a way that portray anything, any situation that's being covertly done to you. And that same token, y'all, I tell you what. And that same token, they gotta be seen blessing you. This how they do. I spoke about this shit earlier in this live, at how these certain sororities have to, like, they in the era of showing and tell, giving charities. Allegedly, y'all, I'm giving y'all too much. They ain't gonna like this shit because I'm gonna give you the whole blueprint. You ain't gonna unsee this shit after hearing it. Now, you gonna spot it now anytime you see it. They have to, here you go. They could bless me for my time, make me go incline somewhere, right? But they don't. They like this. They like to financially drain me. So here we go, y'all. Let's just give it. These people in the era of showing the charity events and making it about them, allegedly, right? Because it's all about them. Because they see. I call people like me dry begging because the sorority boys took all my motherfucking money, right? But we let these people finesse us every fucking day. Yeah, this the secret. They allegedly they finesse us every day. These little charity events is really strategically aimed at the pockets. But too much, right? They could bless me though, right? These folks, they do it to get in our pockets. Oh, at the bottom, at any event, here's a location where you could support and donate their cause, and then they promote that shit as if that's the cause. And then allegedly most of those organizations are a part of these ritualistic tactics that's done to people and covered and staged as a non-profit charity organization, and get 401ks allegedly and grant funds because they're a non-profit organization. Not all, but some. Allegedly. But that's just the sororities that I noticed that's moving like this. They set up, y'all, and people not at a fucking, I don't want to say an uproar, but I don't understand why people not concerned and making it their concern and making it their duty to discover and abolish, because it's affecting them too. They feel like it's not affecting them when it's really affecting them too, whether it's in a major way or just out, like a spectrum. Like it's still affecting you, and at any given moment it can increase for you. Now you're at a level, because that's the boomerang effect of the program, and plus that's the pyramid scheme, because the whole system allegedly is a pyramid scheme. Well, I'm talking about the organization that collectively operate in society. Yeah, because like I said, it ain't the corporations that's there set up. Even most of these nonprofit organizations that's aimed to help people, but it not give all of them a bad name, because that's how they operate. And we can make a difference. Allegedly, see, YouTube, you should promote this live for me and for everybody. Because if all of us knew this, we could make a difference for each other. It won't be no type of fear-monger tactics amongst each other. Because we'll all be able to, it's like teaching everybody to fish. And everybody can fish. You know, everybody's creatively, full every day. So, like, if everybody knew that our opinions matter, we can get a lot of things done better. But because it's like a separation, I blame it on segregation, because people got started to be divided based off status and materials and and games and things, that people, that they started to be simplistic about needs and wants and haves and what you should have, and started separating their needs and wants and all of that to what you should have. And that's when the huge division happened. And that's where we at. So now these corporations set up now, so it's awarding you for having that status quo now. So now you got a huge depression now. It's worse than before. And they document this stuff and then give you it in the movie. And then they AI, allegedly, everything's alleged. And then they AI uh convert your story and your frame, and each frame too, from the documents they documented. Because like I said, I feel like these people that's being watch list are being streamed, because they put too much effort, color coordinations, and down to the T, dressed down. They have them in certain itineraries. They have them dressed certain ways just to give you certain messages and gestures to get your reaction. That is, it has to be recorded somewhere. And you can understand why you see certain people with their phones out at certain angles at you. You may even have a camera crew somewhere that's documenting some shit. You might have some work with somebody with a certain lens that looks like a camera, but you're gonna have streaming equipment somewhere, allegedly, because this stuff is being sold in different formats. Because now you're giving it to the dark web. You might get a director that's a part of the dark web, get certain stories. Now he's allegedly making screenplays, and now he's making movies about these targeted individuals that's being, man, it gets real deep, that a lot of people should know this, so that they could voice their opinion, to have their towns, even state, even just environment, stop doing services with them. Like I spoke about Africa, I was jokingly being sarcastic about that, but they're stuck because these places have integrity, allegedly, right? They're like, we don't want to be a part of none of this, this depression. We've been through enough depression, allegedly. And a lot of corporations gonna start moving on business, because now, y'all, a lot of people say bad things about Trump. I feel is like how when I speak of Africa and even China and all these places that don't want to be a part of corrupt stuff. That, that man been moving like that with resources, and it make me like turn back the stuff I see in my feed. It's like, what did they just say? And they give me the angle. It's like, oh, okay, this is concerning. That type of shit. But I'm no politician, so I don't want to get deep in that. It's just my opinion. I feel like he's against corruption. It makes sense with all these other places that have corruption and their uh, governments and situations, y'all. They don't want to be a part of it. And it's been like that for ages when we talk about foreign places, y'all. But it's so, because I feel like we as a whole, when I speak about target individuals, we have the voice to set off trends to where we abolish certain tactics just by speaking on things when it's done because it highlights things, it makes them with things, I promise you. But also these, we as a country, I'm talking America being real, y'all. We as a whole, because these foreign countries, we don't realize they look up to us. They actually adore us. They actually like the businesses we run. They just don't like corruption, even though they got corruption done there too. But they look up to us and they form it based off us because they feel like they need to have one because we have one for safety reasons. Maybe I'm just saying that. This is off my we could set a trend by moving better because most of these people come and settle and dwell in our land and see how we communicate with each other and they don't like it because I have conversation with other people from other places and they love us. It's just like, damn, y'all don't care about each other. And it ain't even about no government shit. It's about the people itself, like how you react to each other. You could tell you ain't never really have nothing. It shows the depression in you, allegedly, y'all. But that was just to say, shit, we could do better and have these other places better for us. But we feel like we gotta have this superior figure of macho way of living to show that we have more than the other. And we like to highlight these things, don't realize they don't look good to the people we trying to impress. That's just like a high school crush. Like things these macho guys think girls like, they don't really like. So we try to show these things to these foreign countries. They don't like that shit. They thought we were nice. Because they actually are. We have to make them mean just like angels. Look, I'm taking up for the foreign countries. Look, I love you, baby. From Russia with love. Look like angels. I'm comparing them to angels. The angels we like to call angels bad when y'all call them demonic. This is my opinion. No angels bad. It's just the ones that's a twine to certain people that move bad because they gotta his evil ass. They gotta protect his evil ass. And now you calling the angels bad, but it's really you that make them bad. They don't have free will. They work for us. That's how I feel. So it's like calling them bad when you moving wrong. That's what we do to the foreign countries, y'all. And it don't have to be like that. We can move better, show examples in society. You got these folks that got more money than most. They set up camps everywhere around the world. Remember these people watching us. They set up somewhere watching us. Like documenting this shit, going back home. Like, oh God, they was like this. Well, maybe we'll use that, but we're not gonna use this. That's too bad. Type shit. Or maybe we can. I see why they greedy people. Oh God, we're gonna use that one though. That's how they watch us. So we could be shown giving back more and not and less of these tactics. Those folks, they got their glasses down watching the street theater, y'all. Look, I'm giving sauce to the brotherhood. Them foreign country people that's working amongst us got their glasses down watching the street theater just like us. Yeah. While you see, they be so busy to have the, and there's some sauce for them. They should move better after this post. Look, y'all, they be so busy trying to get the mass on board with their tactics that they don't realize everybody ain't on board secretly. And they watching with their glasses down, like with a banana on, like that shit. Secretly, they're, hey, okay. Play that reaction off when you come around. When you leave, put the glasses back down, like that shit. Watching the street theater, watching the community mobbing, watching the strategic uh, gestures amongst the people that's in this person's vicinity while they in stores when they interacting with them anywhere. Yeah, it's been a lot of that they don't realize, y'all. And then they realize we have this spiritual meltdown, and businesses fail and things happen because of these things that's been done. Because these people don't like what they see or what they've been shown. Look, I just gave some sauce, y'all. Maybe they gonna bless me too, right? It's so funny how they set up in these folks' life, and I realized alignment. I told y'all before my phone died. When we echo off in the atmosphere, this we can't override this with nothing. Money can't even buy this. This some sauce for them, right? Because their researchers didn't document this for them, or maybe they did, and they said, well, there's a way that we can get around this. Let me tell them, there's no fucking way around echoing off whatever the fuck you send out. So when they do this shit in the big alignment like this, and even with the rituals to protect them, that shit gonna boomerang harder to them, because you were messing with the universe now. It's no way around that shit. Even the highest paid salary scientists can't override that shit. Y'all, I guarantee this not a legend. So it's like, oh, my leg shaked on that bitch. Like, yes sir, tell them hoes. Listen, there's no way around that bitch. Here go another movie for the Brotherhood Boys. No way around it. And make it a book. Is nowhere around that shit. So they in alignment now to where they have to bless us now. They know this now because they've been studying this way beyond us. To the people that don't even believe in this shit, that say this shit, this paranoia, schizophrenic shit, they don't realize this shit. This, we in alignment. They have to admit to this shit, not only because it's exposed and allegedly real soon it's gonna be brought back to Supreme Court whether it should the program have any use. Allegedly, y'all, this has been documented. There was a case, if I'm not mistaken, it had to be in 2014, maybe it was 207, I don't remember. But there was a Supreme case where this targeted individual program was discussed, y'all. And whether it have any in my own words, it has any type of good use to society. We need to know the numbers. We need to know what's going on. We need to know what good use it has. We need to know the technology you guys do. We need to know that they're at that point. And when it comes to when they go back, y'all, allegedly, they have to give all of these documents. This is why they move so hard like this. But they don't realize when they go to that gathering, this on some witch shit that they're going. It's not going to go in their favor. Not only is it not going to go in their favor, they're going to be forced to give detail on the technology they used on us. That's the funny part. And now, what does that mean? Everybody involved is allegedly going down with RICO charges. Because if you're seen in that person's vicinity, this why I walk with an S on my chest. Because as long as I got some advice from somebody in 2016, be seen doing good in society. It makes the tactics look obvious, right? And it didn't make sense then. It made sense when I would go through things. Okay, it's self-exposure. Since they want to have you, here y'all go. Since they want to have you have self, and they may mock me with this stuff. It's okay. Everything is documented, right? They like to have you have self-sabotagement with every relationship, every situation, everything. But now it's backfired on them because now this is self-involvement. This is admitting to protocols and tactics, cases, you name it. Here we go. And a lot of y'all from the start getting upgrades in y'all life. And I tell you what, y'all, it's gonna be sooner than we think. I'm gonna include myself, y'all. They try to take me out every day allegedly, but I'm gonna include myself on this. A lot of us gonna get upgrades in life because of this. A lot of us gonna have people approach us with settlements. A lot of us gonna have types of stimulus checks. And some people may get them in tears. I'm claiming this for you, but I'm telling you, y'all, allegedly though, everything's alleged. But y'all gonna stitch this video when it happened though. Allegedly, these people that's on this that's being watch listed, some of them may go have some exposure online because their situations were so severe that they have to talk about it globally. But then you have some people, a majority of them gonna be contacted. It's gonna be in layers. Some people may get settlements, stimulus checks, you name it. And I promise you, y'all, tell me, come back to this video and comment if you got a stimulus check or if you got a settlement, and if anybody approached you about you being watch listed and your life being sabotaged and there's been situations staged in your life, y'all, I want y'all to comment that. So remember I told y'all the boys was at the park, right? So it done start raining. And tell me why them motherfuckers got the fuck from behind there. It's like they ran. Because I think it was when I picked up my bag, right? When I picked up my bag, and I don't have no weapons on me, y'all. I got a camera that's more safe. a live station that's more safe in other places, y'all. See, I never talk about that on here, because they tamper with it. But I think because they stage situations and they know which way it may go, and they're prepared to have you uh, look like the bad guy in situations. So I avoid lethal situations at all costs. When you have to protect yourself, I tell y'all to like research on safe ways to protect yourself, because I have years that I have my whole gear that safely I can protect myself, that you won't catch me taking. First of all, I'm spiritual. I ain't taking nobody life. No, because that's tied to you now spiritually. So if anything I put you down, I'm gonna get the toes or the knees, y'all, so I can get the fuck on. That's good for me, right? And I want you to live on. They may want to take your, and they don't understand they tied to that. All right. See, y'all just saw me live bypass the ambush in the rain on the live, because I was about to take y'all out and went out. It was like a emotion, and I guarantee you that was imperative to direct me to walk out with my life, because those boys was about to, sneaky boys was about to ambush me. Yeah, they done ran. I'm excited really to be moving though, because it's like I done overstayed my welcome here. I could hear Mozart playing loud.